The Duchess of Sussex has won her High Court privacy claim against the Mail on Sunday over the publication of a personal and private handwritten letter to her estranged father. Meghan Markle said in a statement that she was grateful that Associated Newspapers and the Mail on Sunday had been held to account. Sky's royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills joins me now. So, Rhiannon, on the face of it, a big win this for Meghan Markle.
This will be seen as a huge victory by the Sussexes this evening, who over recent years have made it very clear that they would hold those to account, that they felt over the years have victimised them, have run untrue stories about them. And this evening we found out that Mr Justice Warby, who is the judge who's been overseeing this case between Meghan and Associated Newspapers, has ruled in her favour and allowed the fact that this will not go to trial. He has decided that she has won her case. Now, if I read out her statement to you, I think it shows just how pleased they are with that verdict this evening. The Duchess of Sussex has said, after 2 long years of pursuing litigation, I'm grateful to the courts for holding Associated Newspapers and the Mail on Sunday to account for their illegal and dehumanising practices. These tactics and those of their sister publications, Mail Online and the Daily Mail, are not new. In fact, they've been going on for far too long without consequence. For these outlets, it's a game. For me and so many others, it's real life, real relationships, and very real sadness. The damage they have done and continue to do runs deep. She goes on to say, I share this victory with each of you because we all deserve justice and truth, and we all deserve better. Now, just to remind everyone, this case revolved around a letter that was published by the Mail on Sunday in February 2019, a letter that Meghan had written to her father, talking about the upset that he'd caused by sharing personal details about their relationship by talking to various newspapers. Now, Meghan's father all along said that he went to the newspaper with that letter because Meghan's friends had previously talked about that letter in an interview that they had done with People magazine. However, Mr Justice Warby today has said the claimant still had a reasonable expectation that the contents of that letter would remain private. He said the only tenable justification for any such interference was to correct some inaccuracies about the letter. But he says for the most part, they did not serve that purpose at all. Taken as a whole, the disclosures were manifestly excessive and hence unlawful. Now, the managing editor of the Mail on Sunday, Robin Kelly, has responded this evening by saying that we're very surprised by today's summary judgment and disappointed at being denied the chance to have all the evidence heard and tested in open court at a full trial. They say we're carefully considering the judgment's contents and will decide in due course whether to lodge an appeal. Now, it is worth pointing out that the judge said there is one element of this case that should potentially still go to trial, and that is around copyright. Who exactly owns the copyright? Because there is a suggestion that actually Meghan was helped by some palace staff when it came to writing that letter. But certainly I think the Sussexes will be breathing a sigh of relief. They wanted to avoid a huge show trial where you would have father and daughter giving evidence against each other, and that is something that they have managed to avoid. And I think also sending a clear message to the tabloids that they will not put up with stories that they say are inaccurate and false.
Yeah, and just briefly, Rhiannon, I mean, the background is the couple's difficult, very difficult relationship with the press.
Oh, yeah, I will never forget the end of that tour in South Africa where it was announced that Meghan was going to take this legal action against the Mail on Sunday, and the accompanying statement that we had from Prince Harry, a 10-paragraph statement in which he alluded to the fact that he believes that stories that were written about his mother, the way that the tabloids and the paparazzi pursued her, eventually led to her death in some way, and the fact that he said that he was not going to allow that to happen to another woman in his life. He, of course, has been fiercely protective of Meghan and also his son Archie. Only last week, we also saw him, Prince Harry, win his court battle against, again, the Mail on Sunday for claiming that he had not been in contact with the Royal Marines. Of course, this is completely different from what we'd usually expect from members of the royal family who have that mantra of never complain, never explain. But certainly the Sussexes are very different. They are definitely convinced that they will take things to court if they think that they have a case to pursue. And this evening they will be feeling some sense of relief that in some ways this brings to an end what they call 2 years of very difficult litigation. But yeah, they are not afraid to take on those who they feel are not writing the correct things about them and are intruding into their privacy too much.